Welcome to Audit Archive, where we run you through some of the most questionable and rather atrocious police encounters. Today, we're looking at a case where an officer used a prohibited chokehold maneuver on a mentally ill man after tackling him to the ground, despite his caretaker explaining his inability to comprehend orders. On September 4th, 2021, in Glenn County, Georgia, the local police department received calls about a man allegedly carrying a weapon, screaming and hitting himself in the head near a Dollar General store. Naturally, officers were dispatched and upon arriving at the scene found the mentally ill man, Rahon Cherry, walking about on the road without a shirt or shoes on, holding a metal object. Despite there being clear signs that they were dealing with an individual who had medical issues, the officers drastically escalated the situation further than they needed to.
What's up, man? Hey, man, drop it. Drop it!
No, I think he's gonna
He keeps coming up at me with a weapon. Drop it, man! Drop it! Drop it!
Immediately, with no hesitation, the officer deployed his taser. According to the ACLU's taser policy, officers will, if feasible, give the subject a verbal warning before using the taser. The warning should be an explicit statement such as "Stop, get on the ground or you will be tased." Officers will also announce to cover officers that the taser is being deployed whenever possible. However, no such warning was ever given, even though there was ample time to do so. Furthermore, taser manufacturers generally recommend that reasonable efforts should be made to target lower center of mass and to avoid intentionally targeting the head, neck, chest, and groin. The officer chose to instead ignore this policy and aim directly for the victim's chest, violating his department's use of force policy, which states, "Officers shall use only that amount of force that is objectively reasonable under the totality of the circumstances known to the officer at the time the force is used. Force may appear necessary at the time the force is used, given the facts and circumstances perceived by the officer at the time of the event to accomplish a legitimate law enforcement purpose." Unfortunately, this was only the beginning of a long list of atrocities they'd commit.
Taser deployed, taser deployed. Drop it! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get down! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Hold on, Pastor. Hold on.
I need some help.
Hold on. Stop resisting.
Stop! Get on the ground! Stop! Get on the ground! Get on the ground now!
Rather than make use of less lethal ways to detain the victim, such as bodily force, the officers continued to tase the victim multiple times. Moreover, after the first initial tase, the victim had already dropped the object he was holding, which was later identified as a mere spoon. Moreover, the policy states that authorized personnel may use the taser when circumstances known to the individual officer at the time indicate that such application of the taser is reasonable to control a person in any of the following circumstances. 1. The subject is violent or physically resisting. 2. A subject who, by words or action, has demonstrated an intention to be violent or to physically resist and who reasonably appears to present the potential to harm officers, him, herself, or others. 3. A reasonable belief that an individual has committed or threatened to commit a serious offense. Mere flight from pursuing officers shall not serve as good cause for the use of the taser to apprehend an individual. Since none of the above conditions applied to this specific case, the officers had once again transgressed those policies which state, "The taser is a use of force and is to be used only when necessary to overcome resistance while effecting an arrest, preventing an escape, in self-defense, or in defense of another person from physical harm, and in accordance with this department's use of force policy."
Now! Get on the ground!
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground. We will get you help.
Get on the ground!
People coming up to us. We need more units. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground.
Get on the
Get
ground.
on the ground.
49 any available 10 units on the mainland. Start heading towards Alabama Stafford.
Get on the ground.
He's got 6 birds in him. He'll walk.
206 around downtown Stafford.
I'm
Man,
out.
we're trying.
Real green key drive.
Get on the ground, sir. Shut up. We're trying to help you. Get on the ground.
He's in the car. Y'all, he's in the
Sir, we're trying, man. We understand that. What's your name, buddy? Watch. Watch your back. Sir, get on the ground. Todd, I'm going to try to take you up here.
This is out anyway, so.
I still got one left.
150, what's their exact location?
You got gloves on you?
Should I not?
You have gloves on you?
No.
Man, we understand that.
Funeral home next to the Dollar General in Alabama.
Sir, lay down.
We've got an open,
Lay down.
we did have an open line with the original call for that 1037 call.
10-3.
Lay down.
10-3 in that.
Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Man, please back up.
Big pull one out.
Sir, lay down. Lay down. No.
We're running down that. He's now got 8 probes in him.
Come over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come over here.
Despite multiple onlookers shouting at the officers that Mr. Cherry was both nonverbal and autistic, they continued to use unreasonable amounts of force to subdue the victim. Consequently, this made them liable for using excessive force. According to Cornell Law School, a police officer may be held liable for using excessive force in an arrest, an investigatory stop, or other seizures, and may also be held accountable for not preventing another police officer from using excessive force. Whether these officers reasonably believed that the force they used was necessary at the time of action is a factual issue to be determined by the jury. Needless to say, with their current and previous actions, the officers were clearly violating the victim's 4th constitutional right, which states, "The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue, but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized." After a while, one of the officers finally detained Mr. Cherry by tackling him, something that could have been done much earlier.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
We're right by the funeral home. Look for the light. You can't miss me. Alright, relax.
Come all the way down.
Same taser deployed again on shoot.
Relax. Relax, man. Relax. We're not gonna hurt you, okay?
He's fighting right
Fighting
now.
right now.
Watch my back, please.
Yeah, we
I am, I got you.
Watch my back. Watch her.
Hey, get back out there.
Get back, man. Get back.
We understand that.
We're being careful with them, okay? Relax. Man, listen to me, buddy. We don't want to hurt you, okay?
He's going handcuffs. Relax, lady. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, AJ, watch my back.
I got on your belly, man.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you.
Wait, just
Can we get him on the stomach?
No, lay on your belly.
Hold on. Stop.
No.
Stop, man. Look, we're trying to help you. Stop, please.
Watch my gun, please.
It's important to note that the officer subduing the victim while lying on the ground was making use of a chokehold maneuver. According to the SCRJ model policy, chokeholds are lethal hands-on maneuvers that may cut off the supply of blood and oxygen to the brain, and include under this definition strangleholds, neck restraints, and carotid restraints. Any and all chokeholds are prohibited under the policy. Furthermore, in the chokeholds chapter, the model policy also outlines directives and prohibitions on breathing impairments, which include strikes to the neck and positional asphyxia. After tackling the victim, a civilian who appeared to be his caretaker continually kept repeating that Mr. Cherry was incapable of processing what was happening. Even with that information, however, an officer continued to give orders to the victim as if he had any way to understand them.
Hey, let's get his hands and cuffs up front.
Okay, lay on your belly. Hold on, wait.
Get his hand.
Roll to your belly, buddy. Roll to your belly. Roll to
I understand.
Your belly.
Stop, please, stop, please. Please, stop. I don't want to get...
Buddy, we need you to relax.
Relax.
You were not helping. Stop and let us put him in handcuffs.
Hey, I need bigger cuffs. My cuffs won't fit.
My cuffs are over here. AJ, I got wide cuffs over here on the ground.
Please, sir. Please put your hands behind your back.
I'm behind you.
Find him, buddy. Power.
I need that other arm.
Slide that order.
Where's this other cuffs at?
Over here.
Once again, despite multiple officers already having pinned down the victim, one of them tased the victim. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, when a law enforcement officer uses excessive force or engages in other prohibited conduct, other officers on the scene have a duty to stop such action. However, the other law enforcers on site did nothing to prevent the offending officer from his excessive use of force. It's no question that at this point, the officers also violated 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, which states, "Every person who, under color of any statute, ordinance, regulation, custom, or usage of any state or territory or the District of Columbia, subjects or causes to be subjected any citizen of the United States or other person within the jurisdiction thereof to the deprivation of any rights, privileges, or immunities secured by the Constitution and laws, shall be liable to the party injured in an action at law."
Is he cuffed? Is he cuffed?
No.
Is he cuffed? No.
Stop, man.
Relax.
No! Look, the second he's in handcuffs, we stand him up. You ain't helping. Calm down.
Oh, you got to burn loose.
Back up. I can get him up. Back off him, bro. This ain't Baltimore. Back up. We'll stand him up. You said you can't get him up. We got a long strap on this. We need more.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure they're... Let's get him on the stomach.
Raise it. Who's on the stomach?
All units are now. Step it up, go for it.
I got your taser.
Stop cussing at me. Okay, you see handcuffed against one. He's standing up. You ain't helping. You aren't helping. We understand he's autistic.
We need a squad.
Y'all might know him. We don't. Alright, man. We're gonna stand up now. Okay? Stand up. Who y'all to be constructed at this point in time? Just let him. Hey, guess what? Now he's sitting up. He's fine. See my boy. No, he's not handcuffed. Get everybody get out. If you got AC going in here, you should be doing something, okay?
Let's see. Quick if you don't put it in, all right?
All right, baby?
Quick if you don't put it in.
Yeah. We'll let you talk to your sister here if you have a seat, okay? Is that your sister? Come on, man. Let's have a seat.
49, what do you need, people?
Have a seat.
Have a seat, man.
All right. Have a seat for me, buddy. Come on, listen to me. Can you have a seat for me?
Can you verify the name of the
Have a seat.
Here, let's have a seat, and you'll be able to catch your breath easy, all right?
There you go.
There you go. Relax. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to sit all the way down. You just need to get in the car, okay? We got paramedics. I'll check out.
You guys okay?
I don't want you to fall out. I want you to hurt yourself. Just no.
While the officers were trying to get the victim inside the vehicle, a bystander began trying to calm Mr. Cherry down. Despite succeeding in doing that, the law enforcers forced him aside. Due to them getting rid of their only method of communication with the autistic victim, he became slightly non-compliant once again.
Come here. This is But I don't want y'all around. I know what he's doing. All right, he's calm right now. Y'all see he's calm with me, right? He's calm with me. No, he was calm with me. He stay at home. Now that was calm. That was calm. That was calm as can be. You can't say that way calm. You can't say that way calm.
Come on, boss.
What's your name, man? Sir? What's your name? Oh, stop with your nonsense. Just leave the scene. I want you.
Dispatch units 1039 the traffic on channel 1. Take on traffic back 1.
Oh yeah, but I hit him first when he come at me with a crowbar or a wrench or whatever he had in his hand. He kept walking toward me. I kept telling him to stop. He wouldn't drop it. I hit him first. We're done.
Well, somebody here look at you, okay?
Ambulance is on the way to come check you out.
Samples here.
After the ambulance arrived, Mr. Cherry was taken to the hospital by the police, but his mother, Cheryl Johnson, said she took him home before he received treatment. She also said that her son was not provided a mask or a room in the hospital. After some time, Mr. Cherry was released from the hospital and faced no charges, while the officers involved were treated for minor injuries as a result of the altercation, according to the department. Furthermore, regarding the incident, Chief of Police Jacques Baptiste said that he commended the officers for using less lethal force and their ability to read the terrain as the event unfolded, preventing loss of life or serious injury to anyone involved. This incident is currently under administrative review by the Glenn County Police Department. Unfortunately, at the time of this recording, no further updates have been made. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.